Hello everybody, I am Kevbotomy and welcome to a Minecraft Redstone tutorial. Today I'll be showing you something pretty cool, and that is this modular wheat farm here. Now it's pretty versatile. It also works for potatoes, carrots, and the newly introduced beets for 1.9. And how it works is pretty simple. All you have to do is push this button. The water will flow out, pushing all the items into the hoppers, where they get sucked up and brought to this chest. The water then gets returned back to its original state, and you can hop into your chest, grab some seeds, and fill the farm right back up again. So, to talk about some advantages of this build, first and foremost, it's self-contained. It doesn't require any input from other storage systems or the like. It's button harvest, so you don't get ridiculous buildups of items. You can harvest it whenever you want and get a pretty substantial amount. 56 if you want the number. It does look pretty decent, and while I have used quartz blocks and slabs around the outside, you can decorate with whatever blocks you want. Those don't have to be quartz. And last but not least, it's actually quite easy to hook up many of these. Now, as with most builds, there are a couple of disadvantages to this wheat farm. First and foremost is that it actually uses a large number of hoppers. I believe the number is also 56 there as well, in the current iteration. The other downside is that you do actually have to go back and plant the seeds again after they've been harvested. So sometimes if you have a lot of farms, that could be a pain as well. So to start things off, we want to place a block up in the middle just like that. And on top of it facing upwards, we want a single sticky piston. We can get rid of that block. Now going towards the front, we want 4 blocks of whatever you are building on top of. I'm using stained clay. And then 2 off to the side like that. Then at the end of that, we want to build up 1 more. Can get rid of that. And we have our first little circuit set up there. Now we want to place redstone dust there, 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 and there. Repeaters in those 2 spots there. It doesn't actually matter what you set them to, it just adds some delay to this piston and stops it from interfering with this circuit here. Then we want a redstone torch on there. Last, we want another sticky piston facing the back, just like that. So what we created here with the torch and the piston is known as a falling edge monostable circuit, which means every time a button is pressed, this pulse will go on and off. When the pulse goes off, this will emit a single pulse. Now, we need this to actually turn the water off and back on. So what we do is we place a block at the end of the piston like that. Then right at the end of it and down, we place another block, and we want a redstone torch on the side of it, so that it's powering the block at the end of the piston. Coming out of the powered block, we want a redstone repeater going into another block. On that block, we want a redstone torch. Beside the torch, we will place 2 blocks, and then a pattern of blocks like that. We will place dust there and there, there and there, and then on that corner, and at the end of that there. We then throw in a redstone repeater there, 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 and there, and set them all to 4 ticks. This means that when the monostable circuit produces a pulse, it will travel very quickly here, and then take a long time before getting there the second time. This gives us a double pulse that we can then use to power the dispenser up top. So we'll set a block down there with a repeater on top like that. The repeater goes into a block with some redstone dust on it there. And then for decorative purposes, doesn't really matter, we can put either quartz or whatever you're using there with a redstone torch on top. This will complete our circuitry. So if we go and grab another color just for our activator, put it on the redstone here, add a button, you'll see that this torch will flash off 2 times. That means that this circuit is now done. Alright guys, so next I'm going to show you how to set up the platform. So we start off with our block of dirt and put it right up on top of the piston there. We go 1 block up on top of it, and then we build a square around that block of dirt. Now from that square we build a 3x3 square of dirt coming off of each side of the initial square. Once we have that done, we go in and fill in the corners, and then we should be all finished up with the dirt portion of the platform. So next you'll want to take your decorative block and place a ring all the way around your dirt. This just adds spacing, but would not be able to get wet from the water in the center. So we finish up the edge here, boop, 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 and then we're able to do the hoppers. So if we come out that far, put a chest there, then run a hopper into there. We take the hoppers just all the way around in a nice path. So once you've taken your hoppers all the way around the side to the back, you'll want to put a couple hoppers just on the left and right sides of the middle there. They're a little bit necessary to just catch items that have a bit of momentum from the water, and then you also want one beside the chest there. Now, all you have to do is repeat what you've done there on the other side with the hoppers, and you're cruising. Alright, so once your hoppers are all in place there, next we want to get our decorative slabs, and we want to place them around the edge like that. Now we don't need them here because the hopper extends one beyond how far the water goes. But on some of these corners it can get a little sketchy, so we want to just surround it with slabs or blocks or whatever you want to use really. And we just take that all the way around and it'll end up looking a lot more like that one over there. Alright, so now that you've got all your slabs in place, what we need to do is walk over to the back here and replace it with a block. Now we need a redstone torch on top of that, and another block on top there. We finish off the stack with some redstone dust, and now it's time to make this arm. So we gather up some glowstone. Now it has to be glowstone because we need a transparent block so we're not obscuring sunlight. Actually, I'm not sure if the transparent block even matters. We needed a light block that could hold redstone, and this is what I got. I think redstone lamps work, but the redstone would need to be powered, and that just doesn't really suit the build, so I opted for glowstone. I know it doesn't look the greatest, but we'll see. So we put in the dispenser, and we need redstone dust right on top there, and then we fill the dispenser up with a water bucket. So now when the dispenser becomes powered, it'll expend water, and when it's powered again, it'll drop it. Next we want to actually remove that torch, put it in again, and this will give us our water flow. And with that, guys, that is the build. Everything should be all done at this point. All you have to do now is go and hoe your soil and plant your seeds. If you liked the video, leave a like down below, and if you really loved it, make sure to subscribe. Doesn't matter what you think, though. I want to see your comments down in that comment section. Let me know if you liked the video and what you would like to see me do in the future. If you have any ideas, splurge them. I am open to anything. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next Redstone video.